On this episode, we discuss the moment.
Like right now?
Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Flophouse. I'm Dan McCoy.
Hey, I'm Stuart Wellington.
Yo, 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 Elliot Kalin coming to you from the house.
Meaning my
Stop
house. It right now.
So, right, rejected, slapped. Almost immediately, I tried something and almost immediately was told no, that's
Didn't
fine.
like it.
Well, I'm just going to say,
It was kind of the way you crossed your arms and looked all sassy when you did it.
Was the angle of my hat that when I turned the brim not quite right to sell it?
No.
Was it the fact that I based this character mainly on T-shirts of Looney Tunes characters in gangsta garb?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we've got a guest joining us today on the Flophouse, a very special guest, the specialist guest we've had except for the time when my son was on the show. It's the star of the show. That's right. The star of the show is here, one Hallie Haglund.
You gotta
say something.
A cute
She's
pose
just mugging.
instead of saying hello.
Hello.
I like how
hello.
Hallie's face fell when she took second seat to your
To
child.
my own son,
Yeah.
Yeah, outrage. Come on.
Yeah, 'cause she's
Who's
like,
consistently more of a joy in your life?
That is a good point. That's a very
Who
good
have you
point.
known longer, Elliot?
and who has more experience performing?
It's all signs point to Hallie. That's true. But this is an ongoing feud between Hallie and my older son Sammy. Yeah.
Wow. She's
Watch out, Sammy.
threatening. Hallie, I didn't realize you also had a large iced coffee along with that giant
Hallie's too
water
beveraging
that
today.
you-
She
I
has,
came prepared.
she has 40
okay?
ounces of water and a large iced coffee.
Yeah, and the bathroom's under construction.
Oh, no.
That's true. That's
What a
true.
terrible choice.
I mean,
If only I had one of those mobile toilet robots.
That's what we were talking about before the show.
Hallie's doing some amazing callbacks to material from before the show.
Are you telling me Sammy could do any better?
No,
don't
maybe
think so.
not. Maybe not.
Yeah. Clearly, it's always a joy when Hallie joins us. And as happens when Hallie joins us, I threw Hallie a list of movies. I was like, which of these sparks joy for you? And Hallie said, let's talk about The Moment. The Charlie Charlie
Is
XCX.
this how it's gonna go?
I mean, I will trip over several things when I try and say them.
I will say Charlie XCX is a hard name to
Thank
say
you.
quickly. I was having trouble when I was explaining this movie to people, partly because I was having trouble saying the name. Hallie was
Partly.
raising a question. I don't know if it's going to end up on the recording, but Hallie was raising the question of what number XCX even is in Roman numerals, right? Because it's like 10, 110, but because their placement, those two X's should cancel each other out.
They
So she's
X
just
each
Charlie
other.
100, right?
Yeah.
It's really complicated, guys.
Yeah.
So what's
Math.
this whole movie about?
Oh, and also on this podcast, we watch a bad movie and then we talk about it. So, Dan,
yeah,
what's this
yeah,
movie
yeah.
about? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying this movie is, I'm on summary, and this movie is hard to summarize because it is not about much. It is a fictionalized version of the experience of being Charlie XCX. It is
Great.
It is
kind
the
of a-
truth about Charlie.
It is a mockumentary where it is more about throwing you into the world and sort of the tone of like what's happening.
I will
And
say
it's-
I have never seen a mockumentary that was so low on mock and so high on you-mentary. Like it really
Yes.
feels like it is trying at times just to be a regular documentary. Yeah.
the comedy is so dry that it's mostly evaporated, I would say, in this film.
I laughed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about
It's
that.
hard not to
Not like
laugh.
the whole time.
It's hard not to laugh when Kate Berlant's in the movie.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean,
But
there's
she's
a lot
given
of
like nothing.
Are you
Nothing.
kidding
You don't
me?
have to give her much. She's Kate Berlant. She'll make do
Yeah,
with
all
everything.
she's got to do is go.
That was really crossed her eyes. There,
I was
yeah.
delighted to see her, but like Kate Berlant, like I think says 3 sentences.
Well, Staff
maybe,
was in there
and-
letting flats all throughough the movie too.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And I mean, I think he was great in it. And I mean, you have a comedic powerhouse, Rosanna fucking Arquette, dude.
That's true. She's funny in it.
I mean,
I'll
I
give you
was
that,
glad
yeah.
to see her. Again, I don't know that anyone is given much of anything. Well, Skarsgård is given the most.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Skarsgård.
Alexander
Sorry.
Skarsgård is in it throughout. Murderbot himself, and he's very funny throughout. Yeah.
No, he's
So you know
got
what?
the
This is heavy
most
on Mock,
juice.
I guess. Maybe you know what? Maybe after years of Christopher Guest movies, our standards for mockumentaries are too high. We expect nonstop
In
laughs.
that they should make us laugh once.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
exactly.
I was cooler on this picture, perhaps, but we'll get into it.
I mean, I think I
see.
would have disliked the movie more if I was summarizing it because when we get to final judgments, you'll see.
Well,
how
I was going to
felt
say,
about it.
as I summarize, because it is a movie that is not the plot is not necessarily the point. I will probably skip a bunch of stuff, but if you want to highlight anything that I am skipping,
Okay,
please
now wait. Before
jump
we start
in.
with the plot, though, I just want to ask: what was your guys' experience with the work of Charlie XCX before
a good
watching this
question.
movie? Because I got to say, other than that "I Don't Care" song, I don't really know her music at all.
I know that song, but I did not know until it played over the closing credits of this that was her. So
That she was featured and she wrote the song that another band is credited with.
Yes,
Yeah.
much like Sparks with the song "Singing in the Shower."
Yeah, I don't know that. So that reference just flew right over my
That's
head.
fine. That's fine. That's the real Sparks heads.
Unlike
Sparks
most
plugs
of
we
the
call
references
ourselves.
Elliot makes, which totally land.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was familiar with her. I think I was very into her Letterboxd reviews. I think she's, I think she's got really great taste in movies, which is probably why she's in so many of them right now. And she's very cool, right? Like she's super cool.
Very cool.
She has this
Brought
new
up a
album
lot.
coming.
A big theme of the movie.
Is how cool she is. Yeah.
And she has this movie coming, or her next album's coming out that has only one featured performer, and it's fucking David Cronenberg, which is really cool.
yeah, I mean, like that. The impression I get is like, I think that she seems to be a cool person. The movie that was made, I'm like, okay, I guess you kind of needed to do this for your own like personal like therapy, maybe. But
Hallie, what about you?
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Charlie XCX before this film?
Yeah, I will say I feel like I'm probably more familiar with her than the rest of the group.
Seems kind of like stereotyping, but yeah, okay.
But I'm not the big. I mean, I like her music, but I'm sort of more into her lore, her place in the canon of young pop stars. Her beefs, if you will, her friendships.
What kind of beefs does she have? Like
Taylor,
what kind
obviously.
of cuts?
She's
Oh,
beefy.
never mind.
okay.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of beefs I'm into. I'm into like,
I mean, I have
edible
a beef
beefs.
with Taylor too.
Yeah.
This is about
Taylor
Australia
Farms.
again.
Taylor Farms beef.
Oh yeah.
Does she have a beef with
My
Taylor?
tummy is all over the place.
Because I gotta say, that's the kind of beef that I wouldn't have taken a side in until Taylor Swift had her wedding at Madison Square Garden, and then I was like, you know what? I am on whoever's side is not on her side. That is
And she
okay
owes
with
me
me.
money.
I
She
do.
owes me money.
And she owes Stewart money because Stewart.
me
I mean,
money.
to be fair, Stewart, if you go to a country where Taylor Swift is performing when she's performing, she probably planned that show way ahead of time. It's not like she heard you were going
She
and then
didn't
set
text
up a
my
show.
ass.
Stu, if you're going to Australia, you might want to know that I'm performing there. The hotel rates are going to be way higher. Love
XX,
TS. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that if you're Taylor Swift, there are certain realities about your life that maybe require a different type of venue for your wedding than.
She did pay. She
Then
paid some money
Madison
for it.
Square Garden. What? I don't understand your point, Dan.
I'm just like the security that is going to need to be happening when like the largest pop star is getting married.
That maybe
to.
it shouldn't be in the center of
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
For maximum inconvenience. So, but you're right, Dan. That's the most secure place in the world is Madison Square Garden. it's the fucking Fort Knox of weddings.
Yeah, that's
you
where
gotta
they
have
take
it
the
there.
president.
Yeah.
When the president gets married,
is
that's where
going
it
to take
happens.
place there
Yeah.
during a celebrity wedding.
Yeah,
huh,
yeah.
my summary just there's a lot more insults towards all of you that just appeared.
Wow.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Wow.
So Dan's using AI to write his summaries. All right, now we get it. Yeah.
I just blocked someone who literally just reposted an AI thing. I'm like, nope, I don't need to see it on my timeline. Okay, let's talk about the movie. It's 2024. It's Brett Summer, guys.
Pop music has
What
been
is-
banned
what-
by the world's tyrant government.
It's Brett Summer. What does that mean? I'm not clear. I never was clear. I don't know, but it's happening. And
I
Charlie
remember-
XCX is riding high.
Now, here's the thing. Here's why I would prefer Charlie XCX to Taylor Swift. Just one more reason is that when it was Brat Summer, I vaguely knew Brat Summer was happening. It didn't really impact my life. It was just a thing that was going on. When Taylor Swift is getting married, I got to hear about it all the time, and all I can think is, I cannot handle how fucking annoying it's going to be when she has a baby, and suddenly I'm going to have to hear about her baby all the time. Whereas Brat Summer, you know what? It was just happening. I didn't need to know about it.
You're
It
right.
was just
Those
a
are two
thing.
equivalent things. And it was
Well, that baby's
the
gonna be a
people
brat.
involved
Yeah.
faults about how much coverage it got.
And all the cocaine you were doing just kind of made it fly by anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
got to get into the moment.
But guys, Brat Summer inevitably ends, and it's Bratless Fall. What do? What happens? The label wants Charlie and her team to extend the whole Brat Summer moment.
Right. It never ended. That's the thing. It's how to keep it from ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brat Summer has to become the Brat year.
Hallie, tell me what are Brat Summer? Tell me, explain.
It's just it's a feeling. If you don't know, I don't know if I can tell you.
Okay. Convenient.
Yeah, that's like Louis Armstrong said. If you have to ask about Brat Summer, you'll never know. Now,
Just the sort of answer you love to get on a podcast.
now, my understanding as a 44-year-old man is that
I don't really know.
is that Charlie XX used to like the idea of the Brat Summer. My understanding of it, which could be wrong, was there's the idea of like you're kind of like a kind of joyful, deliberate being bad in a non-hurtful way to others. Like you're kind of like you're bad, your behavior is bad, but you know what? It's kind of fun, and you're not a trouble. You're not a Trump. You're not you're not
Oh, so
Stephen
that's
Miller.
why-
where
that's
you're
why
bad
Kamala was
hurting
Brat.
people. Exactly.
Because
well, Brat, or like you're not
her
gonna play.
shenanigans, all of her hilarious shenanigans didn't hurt anyone.
They
But
didn't
I
her
think-
name because she never attained political power.
I mean, I think the whole thing is like it's kind of explained in the movie in the way that she put out this album that had a certain attitude, and then like everybody fucking glommed onto it, and they're like, it's Brat Summer, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Kamala's Brat.
actually,
Mario from the Mario Brothers is Brat, even though Luigi's the green one, and you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, and
Nintendo.
Wario is clearly the brat. We all know Wario's the brat.
Yeah.
You know? Well, Luigi, I guess, because he's the green one. But here's the thing. Actually, you know what?
purple.
Now I'm on Taylor Swift's side because I forgot that Brat Summer really overshadowed Brat Summer, the seasonal celebration of tube meat.
Well, I mean, that usually happens in October.
Yeah,
And so
I was
the
gonna
fact that
say.
it was in the summer was kind of
I know they were
overstepping
trying
its-
something new, and then Brat Summer came and stole its thunder.
No,
Yeah.
it was trying to respect Brat Fall by limiting it.
Brat Fall, the movie where the giant brat is crashing into the earth.
No, it's named after the halfway house that young James Bond was raised in.
That's right, Brat Fall. Yeah. When because he was raised by a butcher. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, the label
Halfway
wants.
house? Wasn't his like his
fucking remember
family's
Halfway.
estate?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I thought Stefan was like his family,
He
his
wasn't
rich
in the
family's
system.
I
estate.
thought it was like an orphanage or something. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that movie.
No,
That's
no,
not
he's
right.
he's like vaguely like aristocratic in some way.
To be to be honest, I don't
Before,
like the
like,
idea of James
Voldemort
Bond
came
having
and
an
killed
aristocratic background. I like the
Yeah.
idea of him being someone who's constructed this character. But
Yeah.
anyway, much like Charlie XCX has had to construct this character
Yeah.
of the brat.
That's right, and the label wants that to continue forever, but
Because money. They just see
yeah.
her as a source of money that you can get through being a brat forever. Yeah, like
But,
Dennis the Menace, raking in the dough by being a brat.
Yeah,
How
a
does
lot
the
of
this
problem
brat-
child.
How does
Summer.
Mr. Wilson feel about Charlie XCX? Is that a problem? She's always ruining his prized begonias.
She finds this cringe, and her her closest team agree, but they want money too. But she's about to do a big arena tour. The main label bigwig, that's Tammy, played by Rosanna Arquette, as we mentioned. Great to see her. One of Charlie's team is Tim. He's played by Jamie Demetrio, who can.
Can I ask something about Rosanna
yeah.
Arquette? What
yes, the
relation?
song Rosanna was about her.
Yeah, yes.
Not quite a year since she went away. How is she related to the rest of the
She's
Arquettes?
sisters with Patricia Arquette, right?
Is she also sisters with David Arquette then? Are they all three siblings?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if
Let's
And
Google it.
siblings.
they're all the children of Fritz Weaver, right?
David.
Fritz Lieber?
No, not Fritz Lieber, the author of the Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser stories. No.
Weaver?
Loving them.
I was just you've been reading. I'm reading.
Yeah.
I'm reading some
still
of those
on
too
the
right now.
first
So
book.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Roseanne Arquette's sister, Patricia Arquette's sister, Alexis Arquette's sister. So I'm
Who's
on David
Alexis?
Arquette.
He had David's hot linked, so he just went right there.
Cliff Arquette, grandfather.
Yes.
Zoe Blue,
Oh, that's right.
niece.
So their grandfather's Cliff Arquette, who performed as Fritz Weaver. Yeah. Not Fritz Lieber,
Where
author
is
of Coming
David
Attraction.
Arquette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he?
we need to know because that man is on the loose
taking
and
a
we're
little
all
bit
in
of a-
danger.
How does he fit in?
He's
Is
one
he
of
the brother?
He's
He's the
brother.
sibling.
Yeah.
He's a sibling.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
I mean, he fits in mainly by doing phone service commercials nowadays. Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
family. Can you
Screen
imagine?
films.
Powerhouses.
I know.
Powerhouse, Hollywood royalty, the Arquettes. Yeah.
As I
lot
was
of
saying,
fun.
I was glad to see Jamie Demetrio until I realized that he was not going to be given much funny to do
I feel
either.
like he.
Don't know who that is. Who is that?
So he's the guy who plays her like manager or business manager,
Tim.
and
Oh, I liked him.
Yeah, he's known for being. He had a show,
Mr.
Staff
Bean.
Lets Flats, and he's been in a bunch of other things.
Say Mr.
And
No, he
he's-
wasn't Mr.
but
Bean.
he's-
No.
He definitely brings a improv competency that this role needed.
But
Yeah.
he's kind of just, they don't give, he's mostly doing what I would call Veep light.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
like he's incompetent in what he's doing. He's trying to cover himself up, but he's not, they don't give him actual situations
Cover
to be
himself
in.
up with a lovely windbreaker.
That's true.
But it also there is something funny about the idea of this guy who is clearly not cool, who is the business manager for somebody who is cool, and she's looking to him later on she ends up looking to him for artistic advice, and it's clearly the worst person to ask.
Yes.
The label's pushing a lot of brand deals, including a Brat credit card from Howard Sterling, a failing bank company. Charlie is like clearly overwhelmed by the sudden mega fame that she's experiencing, and she's exhausted. And early on, she has this opportunity for a free Ibiza
Wait, hold
vacation.
on. Sorry, can I say something?
Yeah.
Because that was a funny moment. The Brat credit card is a queer credit card.
Yeah, it's for
and
gay
when she
people.
asked, she's like, well, how are they going to, do they have to like prove that they're gay? I thought that was a funny moment.
I thought
laughed at
that was a funny interaction.
That was
Yeah, I
something
like that.
they could have done more with. The idea of, if they were looking to do a comedy movie, is the idea of a credit card that is specifically trying to cash in on the queer youth demographic that
Yeah.
Charlie has as a fan base. And how do you do that, and what does that mean? But they're not really that. It's not really about that. Like, the movie is about what it's like to be famous and be torn in a bunch of different directions.
But
you
I
know?
did think that moment was funny.
It was funny.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you laugh?
I don't know that I laughed,
It's
but
a
I gave it. I think I
mockumentary.
gave it
It's not a laugh-fumentary.
I think-
It's a little bit less.
I guess I gave it a wry smile.
I don't want to like get too much into my feelings like overall before we get to
Dan,
the
we need
end.
to start getting into your
When
feelings.
you
Come
know.
on.
But I felt like I was like, this is gesturing at a premise that could be funny without like taking full advantage of it. And that's my problem with like a lot of the movie is like, I don't think it ever pushes anything far enough to actually find laughs. Like I can see like, okay, well, this is the beginning of a comic idea that then it doesn't like heighten really.
All right, so what would you do? How would you heighten it?
Yeah. Put Dan on the spot. He loves
Oh,
this.
Punch Up House.
The Fix House.
Show me. Make it gayer.
I was just like,
care.
it is like so. It's like such a short scene. Like I would just explore the idea more.
How so?
Like
How would you explore it?
Okay, I'm not on trial here, counselor.
This whole podcast's on trial.
And a lot of this, up until this point, a lot of it is we are like getting brief introductions to the various
Yeah.
characters that surround her and make up her life. And very few of them are that heightened. I mean, when like Kate Berlant shows up, you're like, okay, at least she's doing like a thing. She's like, I'm not saying this is her best work ever, Dan, but I'm saying that at least like this is a comedic actor who is making choices and is clearly like, this feels like stuff that's inspired by Charlie XCX's actual life, but on some level, it's also like, I don't care, like that you met this person that's annoying. Like,
That was my vibe with it, though. Like I'm like, okay, this is it's like too inspired by her life, even though it's fictionalized, because I don't think it's going the extra mile of being like, okay, let's make it more than like a story I might tell. Like, what is interesting about it to the world, you know? But
You're saying it's partly that it's not quite exaggerated enough to be a mockumentary. But you know what? We'll find out. Maybe that's okay. And maybe
like if they're going to cast a cab driver, throw Eugene Levy in there. He'd be great.
Yeah, that's what it needed was more cameos. It needed more cameos.
I mean, those were the things I enjoyed when like people. I'm like, hey, I know who that is. Like that gave me.
There was another pop star who shows up, and I was like, I am not sure if this is a real person or a character. Like, I guess it's a real person, but I don't remember her name or who it was. It was just another girl who shows up, another lady.
Which part?
They're like in a bathroom.
Rachel
Are you talking
Sennett?
about?
Yeah,
Rachel Sennett. She's an actress.
Yeah.
And
Okay, I didn't recognize her at all.
She's the creator of I Love L.A.
Oh, I haven't seen I Love LA.
Star of Shiva Baby.
I haven't seen Shiva Baby. I don't watch
she's
Jewish
great.
stuff. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
She's very
Well,
funny.
don't worry, she's not Jewish.
I feel like there was in a mockumentary that involves famous people, they do one of two things. They either present themselves as the much worse version of themselves, and it's like, haha, can you believe this? I'd never be like that. Or they just are themselves and they just hang around, and they don't really do much of anything. And I feel like this movie can never quite be totally sure which direction it's going in with the people who are in it.
But I thought Rachel Sennett was funny when she showed up.
Yeah. She wasn't supposed to be she was supposed to be herself, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
But she was like the one that I felt was closest to doing like a heightened thing.
Yes.
Like clearly she's like
Skarsgård.
really, yes.
But
and
he's
Skarsgård.
playing a
But,
character.
like,
He's not playing himself. Yeah.
but she's like really happy to be like, yeah, I'll do like the unpleasant version of myself.
But it
thing.
wasn't like it could have been much more unpleasant. Like she didn't seem that bad, you know, or that like it wasn't the same as Patrick Stewart on Extras pitching the story about how he wants to make a movie where he just uses his mental powers to make women's clothes fall off.
It's too
or
late.
something
He's
like
already
that.
seen everything. Yeah.
Hallie's mulling it over.
Well, it's just kind of weird because I feel like this is getting very meta because Rachel Sennett's show is basically her playing a version of herself that's heightened. And so now she's coming on as that person who created that show and supposed to be more heightened than that version.
Maybe
that was
she's playing the
already
character
heightened.
from the show in this movie.
Maybe.
Could be a crossover.
Anyway, at this point, we've talked about him a lot.
Is she related to Max Sennett? Is she a Nepo great-grandbaby?
They're spelled differently.
Oh, probably not. Yeah.
We meet.
Is she related to the Senate, the political body?
Oh, man, the
government
ultimate
body?
Nepo
Yes.
baby, yeah.
We meet.
I've got 100 parents from all over the country.
We meet
My dad's
Johannes.
a Senate. My mom's a Senate. And I'm Rachel.
Crazy.
Rachel.
Can we workshop this title? I don't know.
It's
There's a
accurate.
lot of stuff going on here. Anyway, I don't even know whether does the audience understand what we're making
I don't
fun
know.
of?
So the audience, if they're not aware, there was a one-man show at one point that was running in New York called, was it My Dad's Jewish, My Mom's Italian, and I'm in Therapy, or something like
Yeah.
that. And that same guy then, he did a later one-man show that was called Blood Type Marinara.
See, that sounds like a weird thriller to me. Blood type marinara.
Yeah, the Italian restaurant we ran out of tomato sauce. We have to use blood.
There is a
Yeah,
blood
my
shortage right
Italian
now.
American.
There is a blood shortage right now. We should be donating blood right now instead of talking about the moment. Yeah.
We're bringing
Well, it's the
awareness.
moment
We are bringing awareness. If you can donate blood,
to donate
please,
blood.
go donate blood.
Don't wait another moment.
But don't do it the amateur way where you just poke a hole in your arm, pour it in a bottle, and then mail it to the
Just
Red
throw
Cross. That's
that
not helpful.
blood out the window at the
And say,
place.
whoever needs it,
Don't tie it onto a bird because they
Don't-
won't get there.
don't just leave it on the doorstep no. That pigeon is not going to bring that blood. And don't just leave it in a can or a tomato jar
And
on
don't-
your doorstep and say free blood. Take.
Yeah.
Don't give it to a strange Transylvanian man with
No,
sharp teeth.
he's just
It's
going gonna
not
drink
gonna
it.
get where it's going.
Just gonna drink
And
it.
don't leave it like just on the street corner because it'll get mixed up with all the piss bottles that the cabbies leave.
Exactly.
And somebody's going to be like, that needs to go to his urologist.
And if you are gonna mail it, don't just put it in an envelope. It's just gonna soak right through. Yeah.
I think I got to credit my wife with that joke because she makes that joke every time we pass a piss bottle. That is a rosy shade of whatever.
Yeah, they're very health conscious. Whoever left that there.
Yeah.
They want to get tested. Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about him before. This is when Johannes Godwin, played by Alexander Skarsgård, enters the picture. He is the
Please
potential
guard against your scars with the Skarsgård.
He's the potential director for a concert film of her tour. She just wants someone to document the show because she's got the creative side sorted with her friend Celeste. But he thinks of himself more as an auteur, wants more control. And also, we learned that Charlie doesn't like him because of his previous sexist work that she's seen.
He's not. His work is not cool, according to her. You know, but all the people at the label are like, "Oh, he's the best. He's the best. We got to have him. He's amazing."
And he does wear shirts with like really open collars and a lot of like beaded jewelry.
Yeah, wooden beads.
He's one of these guys who presents himself as a kind of like calm, cool, hey, let's all collaborate, let's hear each other out type guy. But really, he is a dominating tyrant beneath that
monster
who has a very specific idea of kind of fake brat. You could say like faux rebellion that it is not the real rebellion that Charlie is putting out there.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about he always comes off as sinister. Like, can you think of any role he's at? Like, it's just interesting. He's so handsome.
Now I got to look it up.
Yeah, I mean, even in movies that I love him in, he is sinister.
Yeah,
of course.
He has a sinister affect.
I mean, I guess the point of
unlike his brother, who looks like a normal monster.
I think the point. I guess part of the point.
Wait, who's his brother? I know his dad.
Bill Skarsgård played Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and Nosferatu, right?
And Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I guess part of the thing in Murderbot is
I didn't see Nosferatu
the third
so
time I tried to
understand
do the
Nosferatu.
sentence, I'm just going to give up on it because
No, Dan, tell us something about Alexander Skarsgård.
No, I mean, like in Murderbot, like he is like likable, but that's only because we know inside his head, everyone around him thinks he's sinister.
And he's a murder bot, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a fun name he gave himself.
I mean, no, he's a robot that kills people.
I mean, he's a security robot. He's doing it for the benefit
Now
of
who's being naive, Dan?
Okay.
It's like property over people.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Classic Dan sentiment.
I mean, he was raised by a priest who made an nymphomaniac try to have sex with him. Anyone? Nymphomaniac? You see that movie? Long movie.
I think I watched part one, and I'm like, well, that's it.
I've already blasted. I don't need to watch
So
part
then you
two.
never saw the part where he tried to make her have sex with him, and she killed him. Maybe we should edit that out.
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's edit out the spoilers for Nymphomaniac.
Around
I was
now,
just about to watch it. Oh.
this is when Kate Berlant shows up as her makeup artist. I was happy to see her, but again, I didn't like. What did she do that?
No,
you
they don't
guys
really
were
give her much to do. She's just kind of
laughing at?
hovering around the edges and throwing in gags every now and then, you know.
Here's
I will say this. It's true that her performance it's a heightened version of a makeup artist, but it is a de-heightened version of what Kate Berlant usually does.
Yeah.
So it's like everything is kind of a little bit calmer and less exaggerated than you think it's going to be.
Do you think what do you think the hierarchy was between, like, you get to play yourself, you have to play a character?
I wonder that often. In those types of things, like how it feels to be like, I guess I'm not famous enough to play myself in this thing, or is it better? You know what? I don't have to figure out what myself is in this and be a cameo. I have
Who
a real
am I?
role. I'm playing a real character. Yeah.
I've tried to figure that out in therapy for so long, and now I'm expected to do it for a movie.
Maybe this movie isn't the place for me to figure out my true identity. They'll never guess my secret identity.
This is actually this is where we get more into the credit card. Actually, we get the queer demographic stuff, but also we learn this is important that if you sign up for this card, you'll get tickets to Charlie's concert. But she's dubious about promoting a credit card. Doesn't feel
It's not very brat.
Yeah.
It ain't Brad.
A brat would steal things. A brat wouldn't start an account so that you can then pay things off over time.
I don't know. A
and
brat
owe
might
interest.
rack up a lot of credit card debt and then never pay it.
Oh, great business model for a brat. Not a great business model for a credit card, as we'll find.
This isn't a great bank.
No, it's not.
How did Brad
unlike
Summer?
all those great banks out there.
This isn't
Joseph
one of
A.
the
Banks?
good ones, you know?
Yeah.
Now the brats
Carlton
from
Banks.
the movie
Sure.
Brats. How do
The
you think
banks of the
they?
Swanee River. Yeah, Dan, what?
How do you think they fared during Brat Summer?
Who?
The Brats.
Oh, the
I
brats.
think they
Oh,
were
the
very
brats.
busy.
Yeah. I think they were annoyed that someone was taking their style, but they were busy doing brat
We've been
stuff.
doing this for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So even though they're getting booked for more events, there's a part of them where they make like these
Yeah.
passive aggressive comments like, "Oh, for me, it's always Brat Summer."
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, oh, see, I mean, it was brat year for us for a long time. Does she have bratitude? I'm not really sure, you know.
Well, yeah. You've got a summer. We're Brat 4 seasons long. Okay. Well, the whole I have a note here is just saying that a lot of the movie is just her having vaguely annoying interactions where she has to sort of endure microaggressions from people who like there's a driver who looks her up, doesn't know who she is, looks up a video, like it's like, oh, you look way different here or whatever. Like there's a lot of that I'm sure is drawn from life, but I'm not going to get into every little thing that happens.
Sure. Why would you? It's not like you're on summary patrol or anything.
I mean, I'm doing the best I can, Elliot. I'm doing what
You're just as God made you. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where Rachel Sennett shows up. Doesn't do much.
They do drugs in the bathroom.
Yeah. Tour rehearsals start. Johannes is there with his
Oh, wait,
silent.
can I? Because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
mentioned her appearances on Colbert.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of her on Colbert in this movie.
Yeah, he's like
And
one
this
of the
was
main characters.
This feels like this was shot for the movie. This wasn't an
Well,
actual
there's
appearance.
certainly monologue jokes later that he tells about fictional events from the movie, and so that was certainly shot for the movie. It would have really
where
confused
he leaned
the
into
audience.
more of like a Jay Leno
Role.
because he keeps saying, "Do you see this? You hear about this? Do you see this?" And I'm like,
and
Steven's
he's
voice doesn't sound
fucking
like that.
chomping on Doritos.
Do you think that Jay Leno's like?
Why is he showing funny headlines? I don't understand.
Do you think Jay Leno's like? I can still do this, guys. You could, if you. Can, I know I'm not on television anymore, but if you want me to do some monologue jokes about something, I
I'm
can.
sure they came to ask him to do it, and he could not hear them over the sound of the engine he was revving in his antique car.
Yeah.
So he was like, "What? I can't hear you." Vroom, 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 vroom.
Wait, do you guys remember when John did that for that movie about like the gopher puppet that was running for president?
He did it a couple. There was the one he did for The Beaver,
Beaver.
the movie that
Okay.
Jodie Foster directed,
Yeah.
and there's one he did for Man of Steel, which I wrote that bit. And what they told us the movie was about was not what the movie turned out to be about. So that scene was in the
Man
I
of
think
Steel.
Yeah, the Superman
The
movie.
Superman movie? Okay.
It didn't end up in the finished movie, but it was on the DVD because I remember someone being like, "There's this thing on the DVD where Jon Stewart's making these jokes about Superman saying he's not American, but that doesn't happen in the movie." It's like, well, that's what they told us was going to happen in the movie when they told us to write these jokes about Superman. But yeah, John did that a couple times, so it's Steven's turn to do it this time.
Well, but I bring it up because I felt like her moment on Colbert
The moment.
illuminated to me that she's not a very good actress, which is kind of weird that she's in so many movies right now because she's not a very good actress.
I
don't
haven't.
know.
I haven't seen this Greg Araki movie, but I hear good things about her performance in that.
I think
Is this the one where she like doesn't like her boyfriend and then she gets into like a girl or something? Is that
That's
what?
a different one. That's Eruption or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and then Vesuvius erupts. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about I Want Your Sex, the new Greg Araki.
I am talking
Oh,
about
she
I
in
Want
that?
Your Sex.
Yeah, she's also in. She was also in Faces of Death.
Oh, was she? I
Yeah,
saw
she's
that.
like the
Yeah,
coworker.
she was one of the faces.
Oh.
Hey,
What?
not okay.
There's not a lot.
Hallie's
she
taking
was-
offense about I'm
Okay,
like, I'm not even sure what you're taking offense
Okay, she
at,
was
but-
deaf. There's only two things in that title I can make a joke off of. I don't know, because I think when she's in the Colbert sections, it's like she's playing someone who is uncomfortable in that situation.
She's not doing it very well.
I guess that's
She's
how uncomfortable she
like,
is.
this is what she does. She's like, well, I just, I don't know.
I mean, you nailed
I
her
mean, also,
accent. You nailed her
it was
accent.
one of those things where when they're
I
showing
hope
the
Alex clips that part because there's a lot of face acting that I don't think translates to
Oh, no, I want to see more. Hallie, can you do more of your impression of Charlie XCX's impression of herself?
Oh, Steven. I don't know. Okay. I'm not your puppet. I'm not your monkey. I'm just showing you.
That's what I should have said earlier.
Yeah.
To you, Hallie.
But there's something about her hesitancy in answering his question where I'm like, they probably would have just clipped this. They wouldn't have put this in the episode because it's
No,
not like
probably
good.
not. Well, maybe we're watching the outtakes. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like we don't show someone turn on the TV. Oh, Charlie's on the Colbert Report tonight. Oh, not the Colbert. Is on the Late Show tonight. I'll take a
As
look.
a Cockney chimney sweep, I love nothing more than Charlie XCX, I does.
After I spend a rough day sweeping out the chims of London, I just like to go home and watch a little bit of Colbert on the old telly.
He really sucks it to Trump.
Local girl Charlie 1010 is going to be on the show. I guess I'll watch it. Turns it on. Then we see the scene. Oh, she seems not comfortable on the couch.
Yeah. Drinking
I'm surprised.
a pint of bitter and
I'll watch
slopping
through.
down some baked beans or whatever they eat
I'll
over
watch
there.
through till the second desk bit. Then I'll probably turn it off and get some rest because I've got to be up early so I can sweep through those chims and clean off the skies of London because everything I clean out of that chimney isn't going to end up in the air above me. I feel like I'm making the heavens clean with my work.
Wow.
I'm doing God's
am-
work, I am, in these chims.
I am constantly amazed by how many British fans we have, considering.
Considering we're basically committing hate crimes against them all the time.
Yeah.
I want to watch a movie about that guy.
Yeah. I'll go do what I can. The Queen's up there, and I want it to be clean for her. I don't want smoke going up in Mam's face up there as an angel.
Wow, a royalist. Okay. We're learning a lot about
It's
this guy.
Cockney. Are you kidding? They love the royals.
Yeah.
The poorer you are, often, the more you love the royalty above you, because it makes it special, you know? Yeah.
Pardon me. So tour rehearsals start. Johannes is there with his assistant, who's never says anything and makes Charlie very flustered. He's irritating by being very helpful in quotes. And I have to say, I found his character
Intrusive. He's being very intrusive.
Yeah, I found his character kind of confusing because he's set up as someone whose material over-sexualizes women, but then the first thing he is doing is we have to make this more family-friendly. That's his thing.
It is very unclear. I agree that there's a lack of clarity and consistency in what this character is supposed to be trying to do to Charlie's show.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, we've got to make it more family-friendly. We can't have this and be offensive for kids. But then he's like, we need you to get inside a giant cigarette lighter and light an enormous
No,
cigarette.
this is all references to Taylor Swift. He's just trying to turn her concert into
See,
the Eras
this
tour.
is a layer of meaning that I am not privy to. I needed the annotations for this movie.
And I
yeah.
saw, I did. I
Is that
didn't
why
get
she's
it.
wearing that kind of spangly outfit?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the dancers, all the dancers, that's actual dances that Taylor Swift's backup dancers.
And
I
so the
saw
scene where she
the
gets married in Madison Square
Eras
Garden
movie,
and
and I
inconveniences
didn't-
an entire city, that was
didn't
based on
even-
Taylor Swift.
Didn't even register.
What
Anyway.
about the part where she dates Jake Gyllenhaal and then writes a song about it?
That too.
Oh, okay.
So Charlie gets overwhelmed.
What about the part where she has a feud with Kanye West?
Charlie gets overwhelmed. She decides to go to Ibiza after all. Back at rehearsals, Johannes and Celeste clash over.
Wait, you didn't mention that she was
What?
offered to go to Ibiza previously and said no. Because you just said after all, so I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Alex,
but,
go back and add that.
No, I said it. I just was also.
Stuart,
there's
Hallie,
a
you
lot
do
of
it, but
people.
do it as Dan so that Alex can go back and add it. So be Dan saying.
Okay.
Alex,
so
go find the part where I said it
this
and
guy.
loop it here,
Yeah.
just so we can see that was a
So
side
she's
effect of being talked
offered.
over costume.
She's offered a thing.
In this part, she gets offered to go to Ibiza.
No, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
close.
So in this
sound
scene,
like that?
Charlie XCX, she gets a chance to go to Ibiza, but she don't go to it, you know?
That's what I sound like.
Yeah, that's you, yeah.
That's That's pitch perfect. Okay.
That's what they sounded like in the movie, Pitch Perfect, yeah.
Whew,
We're just acapelling over here.
Anyway, so she's sort of an absentee pop star in charge, which allows Johannes to wrest more control from Celeste while she's away. Johannes meets with Tammy from the label to sort of fully take over the concert. Meanwhile, Charlie on vacation gets a holistic facial from a woman named Maria, who tells her that she's totally closed in the heart and her skin has no elasticity and is telling her to slow down. And when Charlie sort of gently disagrees with what she's saying, Maria abruptly says she cannot treat her, but prescribes a bunch of expensive skin treatments. And when Charlie tries to pay for those treatments with her Brett credit card, it is ominously declined.
Foreshadowing.
And she also runs into, a Kardashian? Who's
She
like,
runs into
isn't
Kylie
Jenner.
Jenner. That's
Oh,
the next.
Hold on. Before we get to
Yeah,
Kylie, isn't that woman who plays the esthetician, isn't she like someone famous?
She seemed like it, but I didn't recognize her.
I think she's like a Latin American soap opera actress or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Oh.
I don't know that. I might be wrong.
Was that Zhuzha?
Yeah, it's probably Shusha.
No, she would never do that. She's got a heart as big as the world. Yeah.
Let's look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Because it seems like a character that would be
It's a perfect cameo.
but
I mean, if there's a version of this where that part is Kate McKinnon, which it obviously wasn't, but that's,
an American-born.
As Weird Barbie.
as weird. Yes, exactly. I mean, every character she plays is basically Weird Barbie. Like,
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ariel Dombasale.
okay. And look at her credits. Look at her
An
credits.
American-born French singer, actress, director. She was in Eric Romer's Pauline at the Beach.
Oh, okay.
She's let's see,
So I was wrong.
Roman Polanski, Tess.
No, just an actress, turns out.
Yeah, but
Do you know how hard it is to show up every day on set? It's 5 o'clock in the morning. You've been up for 3 hours in a makeup chair.
Wow.
That woman is 17 years old. Do you know how much makeup she had to go through?
Amazing.
yeah,
It's like the guy who played Beethoven in the Beethoven movies. He was in the makeup chair for 10 hours to look like a dog.
The dog?
Yeah. Not the guy who played Beethoven in Immortal Beloved.
every morning, every bone in his body was broken and reshaped to play that dog.
To be a dog, yeah. They had to hand glue each of those hairs.
She,
Inspiring the movie Tusk.
Charlie, is,
But not the song
the
Tusk.
album.
Oh, it was the album. Okay, yeah. So it did inspire the album
but
Tusk.
not the song. Everything on the album except for the titular
one song.
song.
Don't say you're a dog now.
Well, a dog would be too afraid of that band that comes in, that
sure.
marching band.
Yeah, I'd be very afraid. What's a dog doing at that stadium anyway,
Okay. Well, anyway, Charlie is freaked and upset, runs into Kylie Jenner at the spa, confesses to her that a lot of people have been telling her to slow down, maybe like she should listen to them. And Kylie's like, no, that's when you have to go even harder. And so
This is a very
She
funny
plays
moment
like
to me.
a
'cause
devil on your shoulder type
She's
figure.
exactly. And maybe this shows the difference between my system of values and the pop world. Whatever Kylie Jenner tells me to do, I'm doing the opposite of that. That is not going to be the right advice.
What
So
do you
when
think,
she's like,
Hallie?
you got to keep going harder. You got to force that brat down their throat. She's like, I guess I have to. She's like, isn't Johannes the best? She's like, I think I got to have him. I got to have him.
Well, I liked that Kylie Jenner was willing to make fun of herself for this.
Okay.
I
Was
appreciated
she?
that.
I'm not sure she knows she's doing that.
I think so I feel like this is actually the most I've ever heard Kylie Jenner speak, and I've watched all of the Kardashian reality shows. So but what I did like about the scene was the reason why I reacted to the Faces of Death joke, full disclosure, is one of the things I like best about Charlie XCX is that she's kind of ugly and she like lets herself be.
I think that's really
She's not ugly, but I like that she's like
at
a
all.
mess. I like
she's
like,
pop star, not
a very
like,
pretty
she's not
girl.
like
she is a very pretty girl, but she's like kind of a mess, and I like that she's kind of a mess. And she's especially harried in this particular scene where and while Kylie Jenner will not let a hair be out of place, like she literally looks like she like when the camera turns to her, it's specially rubbed with Vaseline, and then when it goes back to Charlie, it's like in hyper focus. But I appreciated the willingness to be juxtaposed to this like cyborg.
I think that's a good point. And I think she is shot unflatteringly throughout the entire movie, and it did come across really strong, like you're saying, that when Kylie Jenner is on screen, they are not doing that to her. She has to look perfectly coiffed and made up, and it does help emphasize that Charlie is like totally at a loss and feels like a mess at that moment. So yeah, that's good. Yeah.
This brings something to mind. This is not about like.
Please,
This is not
and for anyone, when Hallie referred to Charlie XCX as, quote, hideously ugly,
I don't
a
think
monster.
she's ugly. No, I don't think she's
we
ugly.
don't agree with that.
I love her. I think I like that she's willing to be imperfect.
When she said, I turned on the movie and thought I was watching Gremlins, that is not
No,
the way
but
that
I
it
Okay,
is.
well then
understand,
now
like-
I can't make my Lady Gremlin comment about that because that's literally how she looks at the end when they put her in the green.
When she's
Yeah,
got all
yeah.
that weird makeup all around her eyes
Yeah.
and stuff.
No, but I
she does
understand
look
what you
like
mean
Lady Gremlin
in the absurd scale of like Hollywood and pop stars and like not being able to have a hair out of place. Like she's not doing that. Like, but and adjacent, not about looks, but like she's willing to like show herself in an unflattering light in this movie a lot of the time. Like even like sort of borderline villainous, like the way she treats
when she
people
kills
towards
that
the end.
child.
Yeah.
But
to,
like,
to get a good wind for the concert, yeah.
We
And
haven't even talked about Celeste.
Yeah, we barely talked about Celeste.
we've talked about it a little bit, but let me get to the end of what I'm saying, which is
Barely. Yeah.
I said, Alex, go back and loop the parts that I said.
Celeste has been mentioned, but we don't really know who she is or what's going on. We know about Ibiza.
Well, Mama Celeste created a pizza brand, so you can get frozen pizzas from her.
No,
yeah.
but
And Celeste is also a hippo in children's books, right?
Wow. This woman is very okay.
again, okay.
Not an appearance thing, just a name thing.
Just to, for the listener who perhaps heard me start a sentence and is wondering what
Nope.
the point was.
Bated breath, yeah.
Yeah, they've been huge on the edge of their
tenterhooks,
seats,
yeah.
yeah.
Look how cool Stuart looks right now.
Oh,
Just
God
hanging
damn
out with
it.
my buddy Dan. No, Dan, go ahead.
Dan, why don't you
thank
finish
you.
that sentence?
No,
And
no,
now, listeners, finally, after all that wait, you get to hear the end of Dan's sentence. Let's tune in.
I also thought it was funny when Kylie Jenner showed up and they're in a spa together and she specifically has her robe open. And I'm like,
Yes.
who walks around with their robe open?
No, it
oh,
really-
somebody wants to show off their body, oddy.
Exactly, yes. Dan, continue. And now, without further ado, the rest of Dan's sentence.
No, I respect her willingness to
Join
be
us,
like,
won't you?
to make her own movie where she doesn't always like come off the best. But I also feel like it's a bit weirdly calibrated because she never like pushes her like negative qualities far enough again to make it funny. It feels like a lot of the movie is like her complaining about the world she's in. And I understand,
Yes.
like, it's hard to be under that much pressure. But as an outsider, like, audience
Dan
member,
knows.
it is
Dan
also...
knows all about that.
No, but I think
It is
Dan,
also like, you
yeah.
don't come off, like, well, necessarily in a larger sense of, like, okay, well, like, like, as an audience member, it is hard to be like, oh, poor you the whole time. You
Yes,
know?
I think it's you're right that it's at first it was hard for me to understand what is this movie about? Is she going to be a joke? No, she's not. It is about the pressures that she's under, and I think there were. I'll spoil a little bit of my final judgments. There were I've never been in her situation where I'm a pop star and stuff like that, but there were aspects of this. I know, I lied to you, Stuart.
Which gives me an idea.
there were aspects of the movie that did remind me of experiences I have had in professional projects where you try to go with the flow and you end up in a situation that is not a good situation for you. And so I
He's
related
talking
to that.
about this podcast.
Yeah, this podcast, exactly. But at the same time, it is hard to sympathize with, it's hard to feel that pity for the character who, at a moment's notice, can run off to go to a spa in Ibiza. And then that does make her problems a little worse. But like, there's a little bit of like poor little rich kid in it, which is a hard
But I
needle
think
to
it's
thread.
I think that's self-aware. Like I don't think like that she can run off to go to Ibiza is like not.
I don't know.
I
but
agree that it's self-aware. I just don't think it's calibrated quite right to make it successful in the movie the way it's done. I don't know. Elliot, you look like you're about to say something. That's why I paused. But
I'm only always about to say something. But it's going to be another chimney sweep
anyway.
thing, so we don't need to go into that.
So Charlie Freaks.
I guess I'll just, when we're sweeping the chims, the ash gets all in your pores. The only thing you can do, you got to go to Ibiza, go to the spa, sweat it out. Just sweat it out your pores.
You gotta. Ironically, they put a scrub on you that's full of charcoal.
They're doing a charcoal scrub on me. Oh, don't worry, mate. Don't worry, love. I got the charcoal. It's in me body.
She Freaks.
Yeah.
after talking to Kylie, and somehow this means that she throws all of her support behind whatever Johannes wants.
Johannes,
which
yeah.
didn't really track for me, but whatever, I'll take it in the movie.
No, she's feeling at that moment like she looks at Kylie, a picture of success, and she's like, I guess that's what I got to do. I don't really, I'm so unmoored that I can't figure out what I want for myself, so I guess I'll just do the thing that everyone's telling me I should do. Yeah. It's a desperation act.
She posts about the Brat card to make sure she has the money to fund his vision of the tour. She comes back home to see all the changes that Johannes has made to the show, including, this is a joke that did work for me, changing the iconic green Brat background because it was too pukey. I found that kind of funny.
And altering the font of the cover.
Meanwhile, Celeste is fired from the show, even though she seems to be the only one concerned with Charlie's mental state. And
artistic vision.
Mm-hmm.
So Celeste has been her creative partner up to this point. And so it's been Celeste versus Johannes. What does Charlie want? What's right for the show? And Charlie has already promised Celeste, I will send an email out that says, no, listen to Celeste. She's in charge. But she's so frenzied, she doesn't send that email out.
Yeah.
Instead, she just posts about the brat card, a card that gets you free bratwurst.
So Celeste gets fired. She's just got more time to go boating with Julie now. So that was for
if
Elliot.
only, what a delightful movie that is.
You had that one fucking locked and loaded.
He's been waiting for the right moment.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it? What's the joke?
There's a movie called Celeste and Julie Go Boating. It's really wonderful. It's a really good movie. It's a
Charlie
French
gets
movie.
more and more unhappy with the show, which has added more conventionally flashy pop star costumes and has her flying around on wires. But I have to say, honestly, like as someone
who loves Peter Pan.
As someone who is otherwise unfamiliar with Charlie XCX, like I think that in the context of just watching the movie, a problem I had was I didn't get a clear enough idea of what her original aesthetic was to be like, this is a betrayal of it. Like it just looked like normal, like
you could have
rock
used a little
concert
more
stuff.
You could have used a little more prep in the early scenes.
Yeah.
I think that might have helped because I think it's something that would probably, like Hallie says, she's picking up that this is like specifically Taylor Swift stuff. But like it reminds me of like sometimes I'll play songs from two metal bands that sound very different to me, and my wife will be like, was that the same band? I'm like, what? They sound completely different. But
I think this would play
unless
great
you know the
for
world,
like
you don't
fans.
know it. Yeah.
But as someone who didn't have the grounding in it, I'm like,
So
why
you
is this a
didn't
problem?
think you didn't think that like, because I actually don't know that much about Charlie, but I felt like all of the earlier stuff of like the really heavy, the strobe lights, the like really heavy beat.
Like it's a dance club aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a little bit trashy. It's like a little bit lo-fi.
We see very little of it, though.
But it's not just it's not just in the literal moments where they're rehearsing.
It's also the style of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it
didn't do it for you. It didn't do it for you.
It was not a big contrast in my mind.
It seemed like at one point he has like the word bitch up on stage, but with like an ampersand instead of an H or something. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's, I don't know how different that is from before. I guess they take out the cocaine imagery and replace it with cigarette imagery, you know?
So just can I mention something? So we're talking about, talking about costuming and choreography. This week I finally got to go see Cats, the Jellicle Ball.
Oh, I heard it's great. Yeah.
Dan, you got to see that as well, right? As longtime listeners would know, we all have a pretty deep connection to the work of Cats, whether it's the stage production. Yeah, the work of Cats, the work, of Cats.
Have you seen the back of my sofa?
The back.
the work
Wow,
of
your
Cats.
cats are nice.
Yeah.
So between we've been long experiencers of Cats, either as a musical or as a movie. I think we've all seen the movie.
Or again as pets.
Yep.
Speaking
As something that creates dander that my body erroneously treats as an immune system
rejects,
threat. Yeah.
So getting to see Cats, the Jellicle Ball, which is taking the musical Cats, but interpreting it through the lens of ballroom culture. It was really magical.
Like in Strictly Ballroom.
And it was this moment of watching this work and being like, this feels like the original intention of Cats. Like this, finally, this is connecting with me in a deeper level. But I have to say, one of the most important moments of the show was when it's incredible. It's only on for a couple more days. If somehow you can go see it, and by the time this is airing, there's no way it's already gone. You missed it. You missed your chance.
You missed it.
Sorry.
It didn't happen.
But I will say, there's
Like tears in the rain, sea beams glittering off Alpha Centauri.
In the first half of the show, they bring up some celebrity audience members to come up and be judges. Dan, do you remember who were the celebrities?
It was Neil Patrick Harris, and I believe it was his husband, who was also
Patrick Harris.
like an actor or a producer or something.
Did you say Neil
Harris,
Patrick Harris, Hallie?
Yeah, cat tricks.
So at my show, one of the
At cat hockey, that's what they get is cat tricks.
Okay, Stuart, at your show.
At the show that I went to, one of the performers was, or one of the judges was actor Terrence Mann, who played the original Rum Tum Tugger in the Broadway production, but also he played the alien bounty hunter Ugg, also known as Johnny Steele from the Critters franchise. So, of course, when he came up on stage, I audibly shouted, "Oh, shit!" Which is okay, because this is a audience participation-friendly show. And Charlene's like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, you don't want to know."
We gotta go watch Critters tonight.
Yeah, and then the whole time during intermission, I'm like, I want to go up and talk to him, but there's a really long line.
You should have done it. You should have done it, Stuart.
I'm glad that we got this story, so I'm not even going to ask how it relates to the movie
I
we're talking
just wanted
about.
to talk about it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Costumes.
Tammy,
Costumes and choreography is what it, but yeah.
Tammy bursts in. Roseanne Arquette.
Tammy and the T-Rex?
Yeah. T-Rex is her enforcer in this.
Oh, I see.
Apparently, Charlie's Brett card post inaccurately represented the product, which both voided the deal, and also the bank has been bankrupted from fans signing up for the free tickets and then bailing, which is something that it wasn't initially very clear to me. I feel like this movie, what little plot it has, it imparts in scenes where people yell at each other with a lot of overlapping dialogue, and it happens very fast. And I'm like, okay, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I didn't understand this.
It does feel like the thing that you would expect to have happen with this promotion, because it does happen all the time that people sign up for credit cards and then cancel them after they've gotten the bonus that they want from it.
But anyway,
Very
this is
Brad.
Elliot says
very
angrily, somebody think of the banks.
Somebody think of it, yeah. Well, when I issued my credit card, that's exactly what people did,
And Charlie has precipitated a major financial disaster, and there's a
Pretty Brat, honestly.
montage of
That's the weird.
Well, if there was any moral hazard, it would be Pretty Brat. But these banks are just going to be bailed out.
Yeah,
but this one doesn't get bailed out, Dan. It goes bankrupt and it shuts down.
But
That's how you know it's a fantasy.
It's kind of unclear, because at first you see a lot of reactions. It's a big montage of media reactions. And at first the fans are like, "Oh, I hate Charlie. She took all my money," or something like that. But then it's like, what would be more brat than setting up a credit card, everyone gets free tickets, and then the bank gets destroyed?
But people kind of thought it was cool.
Yeah, but then at the end they're like, if fans think it's kind of cool. But we see sad videos of Charlie, former fans being like, "I don't like her anymore," and I'm like, that was the part where I was like, I'm unclear how I'm supposed to read the world's reaction to what happened.
It's not tied up in a neat bow for you, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe the world is a little more textured,
You're right.
There's a little more friction,
Look
it's a little more
inward.
complicated. Sorry, AI didn't write this movie.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Yeah.
6 days later, her team is trying
God
to do
rests.
in the valley.
Her team is doing
6 days
some
later in the valley.
damage control. Johannes comes in with his lawyer trying to bail on the project because now he doesn't want to be associated with a controversial figure.
Skarsgård's funny in this as a sniveling. He's so make a Skarsgård sniveling perfect.
I mean, his performance, he captures that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Super well, fantastically well.
We're in New York. We don't get those guys as often, but you guys in LA, you probably fucking run into them all the time when you're shopping at Erewhon or wherever.
Can't even go into Elliot's under construction bathroom without running into him.
No, exactly. Every day, I'm just trying to drop off my jars of blood just to help the situation, and I run into one of those guys.
Eventually, they all realize that no one has talked to Charlie in a week, and they get worried that she might even be dead. Tim rushes to her home.
Tim looks at a framed photo of Princess Diana.
That was
I
funny,
missed that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that was a funny moment.
That was really fun.
Tim rushes to her home to check on her, and for a moment, it looks like she's dead. And I'm like, oh, if this movie actually had the balls
Yes,
to do this.
I felt the same thing. I was like, this would be a big swing if the movie
Yeah.
had her die as a result of this.
But apparently, she's been like sleeping for a week. She's taking the break she needed all movie.
Again, I feel like this is a silly. If you're going to do this, you're not going to kill the character. You should make it funnier. Like you should ham this moment up a little bit
she
more.
should get up and then she'll go, ah! And then she yells, ah! And then they yell, ah! Why are you yelling? You were yelling. Why were you yelling?
And then she also has like a
Macaulay
piece of
Culkin.
bologna stuck to her face.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
fell
she should
asleep
have
on
that,
her
yeah.
sandwich.
Yeah, and
That
somebody's
would be-
on the phone and they're like, cancel the headstone.
That would be
oh man, we should have punched this up.
She was like, stop the presses, stop the presses. And there's a press plant that's printing up the tribute magazine to Charlie XCX. What are we going to
man.
do with these? I don't know.
I thought that was your chimney sweep
No, this is a
working at the
different
I'm going to do
guy.
my side job at the printing press. It's hard to make ends meet when you're just a chim, you know? Just
These
chimming in your ruin.
days, there's fewer and fewer chimneys to sweep.
People don't use their chimneys so much they don't even swept out.
I thought it'd be safe due to AI, but then global warming, my old enemy.
No, global warming's been the best thing we could ask for. There's so many fires across Europe, more ash coming into chimneys. I'm used to sweeping out chimneys from what comes from the bottom, but now it's what comes in from the top. But I still gotta sweep them. I
The
gotta sweep
problem
them.
is just sort of diegetic, sort of in the air. Ash is coming back down.
You don't want that
chimneys.
coming into your house through the chimney. No,
Okay.
no.
All you want is Saint Nick coming in your house.
There's only one thing you want coming down your chimney, and that's the occasional squirrel and maybe Father Christmas
And that
himself.
right, jolly old elf.
You want him to come down your chimney so you catch him, hold him for ransom. Because we're all criminals, we is.
The accent's getting worse.
It's getting like Australian.
Oh yeah, it's been there the whole time.
And now the Australian listeners are like, no, it's not.
That doesn't sound like
Nothing
that at
like
all.
us.
No, it's not.
Yeah. That's more of a northern. Anyway, she sends Celeste a long apology voicemail talking about how she's grown to hate Brad. She felt so much pressure to be liked. She's decided to go on with the show anyway because even though it's not the tour that they did, if she does a bad tour, it would be the final nail in Brat's coffin.
She's got to kill Brat.
Yeah.
But the movie ends with a trailer for the tour, which again, to me,
I found very
to me,
funny.
a normie looked totally fine, like a normal pop tour. But there are a bunch of good reviews, which are supposed to be ironic because it's like,
Well, actually,
no matter what she does, she can't escape it. People
I
think
don't
it's
know,
brilliant.
because some of the reviews felt like they were, and I thought this was funny, that they felt like they were clipped to seem positive
course.
when
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
not
yeah.
actually positive.
High production value or
Yeah.
high production
Yeah,
cost.
overwhelming in high production value,
So this
yeah.
this is a very
That's
like
a literal. That's all. But that was a reference to the Eras tour film.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
glossy. It's like a super glossy live show. It has like it says like Charlie. It's like Brat, and then with like live written over it in cursive.
Yeah.
And they play no Charlie XCX music. It's only Bittersweet Symphony, which is also like such a like kind of artistically bankrupt song as well.
When they
because of-
started playing
What?
that song, I was like,
Why is
ugh.
Bittersweet
And then I
Symphony
realized it was
artistically
over the trailer,
bankrupt
and I'm like,
song?
oh, that's fine, that's fine.
Well, it's just the idea of this. I guess maybe that is a stretch, but it's just playing this song that also is like mired in complicated.
I would say it is a cliche song. Certainly, they're
It's
reaching
cliched
for the
and also
most
like-
cliche song they could.
and also
yeah.
they lost all the rights to it because they borrowed so heavily from the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, well, that's a separate
I
thing.
didn't know that.
They sampled an orchestral version of a Rolling Stones song, and then the Stones
Mick.
came in
Mick,
and
you hear what they did to our song? They sampled our song, really? That's
Chimney
right.
Sweep is
Oh
in the
no!
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to sue them.
He was a session drummer.
maybe it's
also-
just Cruel Intentions, but I like that song.
In any case, it's funny that they don't even use one of her songs
Yeah.
in the trailer
Yes.
for her tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay. that's the story of the moment.
And like Amazon is plastered all over everything, which is
Yes.
kind of funny. Like,
yeah. Guys, it's
And
time
then
for
the
final
credits roll.
judgments.
I don't care. I love it. You know.
It's time for final judgments, where we decide whether this is a good bad movie, a bad movie, or a movie you kind of like. Look, I don't care. I know that I
You
sound.
love it.
I know that I sound like desperately like uncool when it comes to like the music side of this because I don't have the grounding for it, and like
Oh,
I
not
probably
just the music.
I probably missed like a lot of stuff that I might have found funny if I had more context for it. I freely admit that I'm a 48-year-old man, so I now
He's 50.
don't age me up.
Dan likes to shave a few years off his age.
No, I'm accurately reporting my age.
Dan's like a reverse Dorian Gray. He gets older, but his painting stays the same. Spooky.
wow.
I don't care.
So, like,
Sing it again.
That's like
that
all
what
paintings, dog.
Like I've given up on on being up on new music, but just judging it as a film, I was like, she seems cool. I feel like she needed to work through something for herself. I don't begrudge her that, but I didn't need to watch it. Like as a movie, I'm like, this is not funny enough to be a comedy.
Yeah.
It is not. It is not telling me.
They went to his house with a gun and they said, put this movie on.
While it is clearly like mired in like reality, it is not telling me something new about that world. So I was mostly
It's
just
a
kind of
moment. It's not the moment for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was mostly kind of bored by it, so it was a bad for me. But Stuart, what do you think?
Yeah, I think for a mockumentary, I wish it had been a little more heightened and that there was more jokes. It's kind of the things we've been talking about quite a bit already. One of the weird things that so a lot of this movie is, she is being pushed and pulled in different directions by the people that work for her or the people that, the label that she works for. And I feel like this movie almost feels like it could have come out of that world. Like the idea of like, Charlie, the best way to extend Brat Summer is to make a mockumentary about it. So I feel like but at the same time, I do think parts of it are funny. I think Charlie XCX is still cool. I do not like Kylie Jenner, so that was kind of disappointing, but I guess she's used appropriately. And I like the idea also that you have this character who goes through an arc as little as it is, and where she eventually lands is, no, I'm going to make the soulless version. I'm going to land on the side of making the soulless version just so it'll be over, which I don't think I've seen before. So I thought that was a funny choice and a kind of interesting one. So I guess movie I kind of liked.
I think this was not a successful movie, but it is a movie I kind of liked. I was expecting it. I wasn't really expecting anything in particular. I didn't know what to make. I had no expectations about this movie because I didn't know what it was going to be. And it was not particularly funny through a lot of it, but I did walk away from it previously having no opinion of Charlie XCX. I now have a pretty positive opinion of her as a performer or a personality. And so the movie did its job as pro-Charlie propaganda, I guess, Charlie-ganda. But like I said, kind of hinted at earlier, there were times in this movie where I was like, I can relate to the feeling of being part of a creative machine that you have a responsibility in, but which you feel like you can't trust your own instincts, or not everybody agrees, but they're all trying to act as if they do or something like that. And so there were times where I was like, I hate that I kind of like am connecting emotionally with this movie just because it's not a movie I expected to. So it's a movie I kind of like, but I still don't think it's a very successful movie at what it is. I don't think it's great, but
I think there are a couple moments where you're kind of reminded that the people that are in her orbit all have their own lives and jobs and responsibilities, and everybody's kind of the problem is that they don't all line up clearly. And there are obviously a few monster characters like Alexander Skarsgård.
There's one moment in it that I thought that I liked that we didn't mention, which is so Celeste, her friend / creative collaborator, someone from the album label, I guess. There's this like group of guys who somehow work for some aspect of this, and I was never quite sure if it was the label or marketing or what. One of them goes up to her and is like, "Oh, Johannes is in charge," and she's like, "Well, then what the fuck am I doing here?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck are you doing here?" And then she's like, "Okay, I'll just leave." And he walks over to someone else, and they go, "You messed that up," and he's like, "Shut up." And I really like that the moment where it's the the Act 2 rock bottom moment or whatever, where like the heroes part with their friends or whatever, that was not seen as a triumph for the bad guy character, and instead it was like he still screwed it up, and I was like, oh, well, I like that. That's something kind of fun about that.
And one more thing, I don't know. There's a very on the nose metaphor in that they're. Rehearsal space, they make mention that there is a bird flying around, and eventually that bird dies right around the time when Charlie's reaching rock bottom. And I'm like, okay, guys, come on, guys.
Hallie, what did you think?
Well, I'm trying to be emotionally honest. I feel like sometimes I don't want to say that I like this merely to be in opposition to you guys, but I did like. I thought it was.
I liked it. Yeah,
I liked it, and I also think that it frustrates me when a movie strikes an unusual tone, and the pushback is like, well, it should have been more like these other things that already exist. Like, I sort of liked the ambiguity of the tone. I don't. I hear you guys saying like you thought it should have been funnier, but I liked that. The moments that were funny, and then it wasn't just slapstick.
I honestly, if this had not been described to me as a mockumentary ahead of time, I would not have had that expectation. That feels like it's what I was led to believe in the beginning. So that's the fault of whoever
but
called it.
But there's like a bunch of comic actors in it. Like I hear you, Hallie.
Dan's
like I
the one
also
who called it a mockumentary.
I
That's
also
why
feel like
he's defending it.
No, I also feel like. I like things with strange tones a lot of the time, but I don't know if it sets itself up like it's going to make me laugh. I just want to laugh more. But I also understand what you're saying.
Okay.
It'd be so funny if Hallie, if you're like, I gotta say this, but also it sucked. I hated it. But I like when I was watching it, I was going the first probably 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, oh boy. Like,
I did think it was gonna. I did at the beginning. I was like, oh wait, this is really gonna suck.
But I can't deny that like I had an emotional response to it, where like I got caught up in it, and I was like, oh, I connect to things in this, and like by the end of it, I was like, good on you, Charlie. so I can't deny that I liked it.
Another one for England.
Honestly, I think one of the better movies we watched for the Flophouse.
But we got Charlie. Sorry, what were you saying, Stu?
I was just saying one of the better movies we've watched for the Flophouse.
Yes, I think that's true. I think it's in the upper margins. It's not abduction. No, it wasn't about abduction. What was the one with Halle Berry where a kid gets kidnapped? Kidnapped? No, Kidnapped is the Robert Louis Stevenson novel.
What was the one that we watched? The Mamma Mia Mafia one.
Oh,
that
Mafia Mama is the best
now
movie.
That's a good movie. Watch the Flophouse.
That's a good movie.
I was all prepared to like this movie, and I wound up liking it the
Then
least.
maybe that's it. I went in being like, I'm going to hate this movie, and I ended up liking it. Dan went in thinking he's going to like it, and he hated it. Just when you got expectations, it can mess with you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what they say about expectations.
X out of you and me.
Makes an X out of your pecs.
Makes
an X out of Charlie X. Yeah.
Charlie XC expectations. Yeah.
Yeah.
She should make great XC expectations, which is her version of great expectations, but it's her.
Hey, it's John Moe. I host a show called Depression Mode with John Moe. And you might think, oh yeah, Depression Mode, that's the show for people struggling with mental health. And it is, but it's more than that. It's a show for anyone and everyone living in the world today. A world that can be a pretty rough place sometimes. Our show is about how to keep your mind on your side, working for you and with you, instead of making stuff worse. We get stories from famous people, we talk to experts and researchers, and there are jokes. So, I'm John Moe, The show is Depresh Mode with John Moe. I hope you'll give us a listen on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's hard to explain what Jordan Jesse Go is about.
So I had my kids take a stab at it.
Probably weird stuff.
You talk about
Jobs that are annoying.
business. I think you probably learned your lesson after talking about business a couple of times.
Grown-up jokes that I don't understand and there's no point in making. All the podcasts are boring.
Subscribe to Jordan Jesse Go.
A comedy show for grown-ups.
This podcast, yes, this one, the one you're listening to now, The Flophouse, is sponsored in part by Squarespace. What is Squarespace? Well, my friend, it gives you everything you need to offer services and get paid all in one place. You can get paid on time, the best way to get paid in my book, with professional on-brand invoices and online payments. Plus, you can streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Squarespace also offers a complete library of professionally designed and award-winning website templates. If you want to build a website, you want it to look good. You don't want it to look like one of those GeoCities ones that we all remember from our childhood, unless you're much older or younger than us. With options for every use and category. It's got intuitive drag-and-drop editing, beautiful styling options, unrivaled visual design effects. No experience required. You don't have to be a tech whiz or understand HTML or even know what HTML stands for to make a beautiful website with Squarespace. So head to squarespace.com/flop for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code FLOP to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
This episode is also sponsored by ZocDoc. ZocDoc tries to make your life a little bit easier when you're trying to make choices related to your health care. Now, I recently was undergoing some confusing and mysterious upper GI pain, and I was in a lot of distress, and it was tough, and getting that all sorted and finding the right doctor was challenging, and only added to my existing stress. ZocDoc tries to help you and make ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors. Say you move to a new town, maybe your insurance has changed, or maybe your healthcare needs have changed. ZocDoc will help make your life a little bit easier. Your health matters, and taking care of yourself shouldn't be complicated. So find and book the right doctor with ZocDoc. Head to ZocDoc.com/flop to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. That's ZocDoc.com/flop.
The Flop has some things we'd like you, the listener, to know about, and I'm going to tell you about them right now. First of all, because she's too modest to mention it, I'd like to call attention to our guest Hallie Haglund's Substack newsletter. That's right, her Substack is entitled That Hurts My Feelings. It is available at halliehaglund.substack.com, and it's really fantastic. It is a must-read for me. I read it all the time. I love it. It's hilarious. It's heartwarming. It's insightful. It's everything you want a Substack to be, with none of the Nazism or AI slop that you often get with Substacks. So I think I can make that promise for Hallie. You will get no Nazi content and no AI content on her Substack, which is called That Hurts My Feelings. Next, The Flophouse. We're going to be live in person in Louisville, Kentucky on September 18th. That's right, we're appearing at the Whirling Tiger with special guest Howell Doughty. That's right, our own Alex Smith will be joining us on stage that night. We're going to be talking about Glitter, starring Mariah Carey. It's going to be very fun. This is at the Whirling Tiger again in Louisville, Kentucky, September 18th. For more information and to get tickets, go to flophousepodcast.com/events. We haven't done a live show in a while, and we are chomping at the bit, or as Dan would say, champing at the bit
Well,
to
as
do
someone
this show.
who understands what the idiom is correctly, but yeah.
Yeah, because we all know what champing is. None of us know what chomping is.
As I've said before, it just means chomping. It's another way of saying chomping.
And if you can't make it down to...
When Dan's like, excuse me, I need a burger to champ on.
They're like, you want to be a champion on this
You're
burger?
trying to champion this burger? I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And And for those of us who can't make it to Louisville, Kentucky, which does not include me, I'll be there. But for those of you who can't make it to Louisville, Kentucky, do not worry. You will still have a chance to see our cutie pie faces while we talk about movies. That's right, Flop TV is coming back the first Saturday of every month from September through February. We're going to be doing season 4 of Flop TV. It's the worst of the best of the worst, and the worst of the best. We're talking about the worst best pictures that were named according to us. Go to theflophouse.simpletix.com for the list of titles and also to buy tickets. Remember, you can buy individual tickets for individual episodes, or you can get a season pass bundle, 6 episodes for the price of 5. How are we making money off of this? We're ripping ourselves off. Our prices are crazy. We're insane. That's a reference to the Crazy Eddie electronics store chain. I would never make light of the mentally ill to sell tickets. Go to theflophouse.simpletix.com for season tickets or individual tickets to Flop TV the first Saturday of every month from September through February. If you can't make it to the first Saturday of every month, don't worry. The recordings are available, and your ticket gives you access to watch them as many times as you want through the end of February. Of course, I'll also just mention I have a few things that are always going on. Harley Quinn from DC Comics, I'm still writing it. Barbarian Behind Bars from Mad Cave Studios, my other comic. Please buy the collected edition or pre-order it if you would so like to do. And of course, my book, Joke Farming, How to Write Comedy and Other Nonsense, is available in bookstores mostly everywhere if you want to order it. And the audiobook is also available to buy, so you can hear my sweet, lovely voice reading it to you, the listener.
And before we close out this little personal plug section, I would just like to say no Jumbotrons this episode. But if you would like to have your Jumbotron read on an episode, we don't mention it enough, but you can do that by going to MaximumFun.org/Jumbotron. People ask us sometimes, like, how do I get a Jumbotron on? Well, it's handled by the network. If you go to MaximumFun.org/Jumbotron for, I believe, $100, you can put a personal message up there for perhaps another Flophouse listener who would be tickled to hear themselves shouted out for an event on the show. If you have a business that you want to promote that's a little more expensive, but you can also do that with a Jumbotron. So check it out at MaximumFun.org/Jumbotron. Hey guys, good news. I found the letters that I was going to read for this episode.
Oh, thank goodness. Wow.
They had disappeared from my
touch and
inbox.
go,
but
right?
Dan, I have never met anyone who consistently has letters disappear from their inbox as much as you.
You know what it is?
I think I need to introduce you to the idea of folders.
I am too aggressive about keeping my inbox neat, and then sometimes I mistakenly am like, well, I don't need this anymore, and I'm like, oh no, shit, I needed that thing. But I found it.
Oh.
This first letter is from Icarus. Icarus writes,
Give me some more wax, dude.
Me wings ain't working. Me dad said I flew too close to the sun. I don't know why he has that accent.
No, it seems like the person who definitely wouldn't have.
Now he has a Greek accent.
After listening to the episode on Jim and the Holograms, I watched a few episodes.
The episode that launched a revival for Jim and the Holograms.
According to one website. I watched a few episodes, and the show is fun, but the music left me wanting more. Which fictional band from TV/movies do you think actually has the best music? And are there any tracks from in-fiction groups/artists that you actually listen to? P.S. Obviously, my answer is the Monkees, although they might arguably be called a real band since they released music and toured outside of just their TV show.
Yeah,
I would call them a real band.
I would call them a real band.
They're a band that were formed in tandem with a television show.
I mean, they were a corporately put together band, but they also had a creative direction. Like that's what the movie Ed is all about and things like that. So yeah, I'd call them a real band. Yeah.
I don't think that they're like tracks I specifically listen to that I can think of other than, I mean, I have the Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack, so I guess I like the Soggy Bottom Boys would count as one. But like they're individual like songs, like the song from Josie and the Pussycats that was done by Letters to Cleo, the pop punk whatever song that they do. is good. That Thing You Do from the movie That Thing You Do is a fun individual.
I've mentioned on the podcast before that I have two answers to this question. One of them is the one I mentioned before, Ellen Aim and the Attackers from Streets of Fire. I think they're legitimately really great. And that their first song in that movie, Nowhere Fast, I listen to a lot. I think it's a great song. I really love it. And I'm not usually that big a fan of that like Jim Steinman like kind of big stuff, but his work with Ellen Aim and the Attackers and his work with Sisters of Mercy, is the best stuff. But also, I'm going to say, I think Spinal Tap's a pretty great band in a lot of ways. Like Spinal Tap has real catchy songs. Their songs are genuinely funny. I like listening to them. I'll often find myself kind of singing them to myself. Like they have good songs. So I'll say Spinal Tap, even though the whole point of that movie is that they're not a good band. I think they're actually really good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's some obvious answers here, like the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Oh, yeah.
There's strong defenders for Powerline from the Goofy movie. Four Town from Turning Red, amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've listed a lot of like animated things, and I feel like there's a real world for that.
Hallie, do you have any?
Yeah. So I don't know if this exactly fits, but one of my favorite movies, Thing Called Love, with Samantha Mathis, the song that she sings, she's always trying to write her country song throughout the whole thing. And then at the end, she plays the song Big Dream that is written for the movie. I love that song. Beautiful song. River Phoenix also wrote 2 tracks for that he performs. I think one of them was actually cut from the soundtrack, but Dermot Mulroney wrote a song for it that he performs as his character. So I think the music in that is excellent. And they're all performing as the individual
as the
characters. Yeah, it doesn't exist outside of that. So that's my answer.
I was thinking of bands, but you're right. That makes me think of Nashville. Also has a bunch of great songs in it, and it's all by the actors as the characters performing those songs.
Oh, and I forgot the song of the summer, Scotty Doesn't Know, from the movie Euro Trip.
Sure.
I don't know that one.
Really?
Man,
I don't remember
you
it.
You don't want to know it because you'll never stop humming it.
Oh, wow. This is me. Maybe don't send any angry letters. I've never seen Euro Trip.
Yeah, clearly, or you would remember Scotty Doesn't Know.
Or we would see the big scars on your side from where your gut busted.
What's the problem, Doctor? I'm afraid you're going to have to stop watching Euro Trip. No.
I guess cancel Comedy Central from, 15 years ago?
Before they discovered Office reruns.
Yeah.
This second and final letter is from John, last name withheld, who writes, regarding
Cincinnati?
Regarding Dan's complaint that his older brother is misremembering and or overstating Dan's childhood love of poorly animated European films.
Yes, Dan?
Every damn time said older brother came into the living room from about 1985 to about 1990, Dan would be glued to the family's 17-inch color television watching the god-awful joint UK-Polish 1978 production, The Water Babies, which seemed to be on rotation on HBO for the better part of a decade. And said older brother would ask Dan to turn it off.
So this is a specific John wrote this letter, is what I'm learning.
This may or may not be a specific John.
No, it's John from Eureka, yeah.
Said older brother would ask Dan to turn it off or change the channel to something else, only to be told, no, I'm watching this, go away. This sort of behavior is that of an addict, not someone merely watching whatever's on. To be fair, Water Babies was only the symptom of a larger problem. With the explosion of cable in the 1980s, there were suddenly a lot of broadcast hours to fill, and many terrible French, Italian, and Polish cartoons were hastily dubbed and aired on both premium and basic channels. This was a few years before Japanese animation's conquest of North America. Said older brother.
Babies wasn't a Virginia Woolf book, right? I'm thinking of The Waves.
You're thinking of The Waves, yeah. Very different.
Water Babies was the original title of the fucking
You're thinking of Virginia Woolf's novel, Solar Babies.
Said older brother had the bad fortune to catch an episode of Le Monde Englouti, a sort of animated Moebius for kids post-apocalyptic series, which was retitled in English to Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea when it ran on Nickelodeon in the late 80s. And to this day, he has the Dance of the Pirates song stuck in his head. Perhaps it would now be the time to mention that said older brother has his own podcast, Sophomore Lit, in which he and a guest discuss a book or story that gets taught in high school or college, and perhaps a book that they read as kids, or really anything because he's lazy when it comes to themes. All three of the original Peaches have been guests on said podcast.
Not me.
And all are welcome to come back.
Yeah, why haven't you invited Hallie?
Why don't you guys-
Talk about water babies. Two waves.
I mean, I
so
can
funny.
put you in
What-
touch with my brother John. He'd be happy to have you on the
What
show.
an ambitious thing to have the title, to have a kids animated movie, and it then just says adapted from based on The Waves by Virginia Woolf, and so like Transformers the movie based on The Waves by Virginia Woolf. What an amazing touch that would be. But then we'll only be eligible for the Adapted Screenplay Academy Award.
Yeah.
All three of the original
That'll help.
Peaches have been guests on said podcast, and all are welcome to come back if they want. If only Dan were so gracious in inviting his older brother to be on podcast.
Wow.
Does this mean I have to pay for a Jumbotron?
It's
Feels
taken
like
so
you're a
many
guest
turns.
already.
I guess I should end this with a question. Is there a bad animated movie or direct-to-video that you saw when you were young and will not leave your brain? John, last name without, well, probably Water Babies. That would be mine. Water Babies.
Water Babies. Yeah, Jim Henson's
High
Water Babies.
Cockalorum.
The commercial
The
from
song.
Wiggles and Jiggles and Feels So Real. It's my water baby.
Dan went to go, I'm watching this. That's when I've got to add that to the rotation of old commercials that I sing to my children.
Yeah.
I do My Buddy and Kid Sister. I do Ring Pop.
Of course.
Sometimes I'll do Whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit?
Thingamabob. Who's my what's? I don't really have an answer to this one. I think the closest I can come to is when I was an adolescent, there was a video of computer animated shorts called, I think, Journey to the Mind's Eye. Yeah. And I used to rent that a lot because I liked watching those, but it was just a random collection. Some of it was commercials, some of it was just random stuff, and one of it was a very long kind of like satellite view over, looking over landscapes, and I would always fast forward through that.
Elliot, why rent it when you can just go to your local Radio Shack and they'll be playing it on the TV there?
That's a good point. Why
If you
rent
have
it
a
to watch
local
in the comfort of
Radio
my-
Shack, that's crazy.
There was a local
you
radio
may
shack.
be living in the past.
Yeah, well,
Check a
no, that's what
newspaper.
we're putting in. That's what we're
You
changing.
might be living in the
What a dead-on Jeff
To the
Foxworthy impression. Was that Catherine Hepburn doing a Jeff Foxworthy impression? You might be living in the past, you old poop.
Oh, man, she crushed that tour, though, man.
Yeah, she
Fucking
did. Yeah.
did big numbers.
Yeah. She did the redneck comedy and
The original
Chris White shirt comedy.
comedy.
So, Stuart,
yeah,
what about you?
I can't really think of anything. I had, even as a child, I had impeccable taste in my animation. Like when I made my parents watch The Legend of the Overfiend.
Yeah,
Hallie?
Hallie, do you have anything?
Did it have to be animated?
Not
No,
really. It's
just like-
John. Dan's brother wrote this letter. You can say whatever you want.
Well, I was
Someone
trying to
tried
figure out. I
From
was
your
trying to
youth.
look it up as someone else was talking, but my internet isn't working in your house, Elliot. I don't know. I guess it's connected to your bathroom.
Yeah, that's what it
I
is.
saw it.
Yeah, we have toilet-based Wi-Fi here.
But do you guys remember the movie Watcher in the Woods? I think that was direct to video, right? I never stopped thinking about that.
Watcher
that was
in
never
the
in
Woods.
I don't remember that being in theaters.
It was like
I don't
wasn't
remember.
that like a Disney production from like that period when Disney was like, it's okay to scare children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very scary.
When they made like Black Cauldron and stuff like that.
Something wicked is
Yeah.
still come.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, like when I was a kid, I watched like the Ewok
Right.
Adventure and was like, this is sick.
What's it?
I guess the closest I could. This is not anime, but like something that like stuck in my brain for a long time was when I saw as a kid, I saw Fool's Fire.
A murder.
A murder, yeah. And no one would
I've
believe
never been
me.
shaking it out of my brain.
So I had to take justice into my own hands.
So I was staring out this rear window.
That's a window I used to look at butts.
Yeah.
Rear Window magazine.
So wait, so Rear Window magazine.
Through a frame of a window.
my God.
It would
that'd
be
be-
all. It would be all pinups based around peekaboo, like
Yeah.
long johns. You know.
Oh boy.
I'm vibing. Yeah, I'm into it.
But when I saw on PBS one night saw Fool's Fire, the Julie Taymor short film where it's mostly puppets but not entirely puppets, and I remember not knowing what it was and being very kind of like disturbed by it, and it took me a long time to find out what that was. But that wasn't like a bad thing. It wasn't like I was like, I watched this bad thing over and over again, stuck in my head. That was more of a, it took me a long time to hunt down what this thing was that I couldn't quite describe to anybody, you know.
Yeah, so I hope this answers this mysterious John's question, and everyone should check out Sophomore Lit, the episodes we were on first, of course.
Yep.
And
The
Yeah,
best
please.
ones.
If we didn't answer this question properly, why don't you call your brother Dan and bug him about
And,
it
uh,
off
Yeah.
air?
Off
And
and not in the show, yeah.
and Hallie, if you want to be on the show, I'm sure he'd love to have you. He's like me, but quieter. So
Yeah.
No, I don't have that much to say. I can't fill that much airtime.
exactly.
You're gonna have to go in and talk about the waves.
Water babies.
Let's recommend some movies
Let's do it.
that we saw and enjoyed, and think that you might
Yeah.
see and enjoy.
Hey, who knows? Anything
Who
can happen.
knows? What do I want to recommend? Sorry, I should have
I mean, if
thought
you're not
about
ready,
this.
Dan, someone else can talk.
Yeah,
you
someone
usually
else,
start,
fine.
but if
Yeah,
you're not
I'm gonna
ready, we can
recommend-
always break that rule.
I'm going to
Yeah,
recommend a modern martial arts masterpiece called The Furious. This is probably the first, I think it just came out this year. It is a fairly straightforward plot line of a mute handyman. Daughter gets kidnapped by
like
a
it
ring
already.
of child kidnappers.
That I don't love.
And he teams up with the husband of a missing reporter to take down this syndicate. Of course, they have their own misunderstandings along the way and fight each other for a little bit, but there is a ton of battling. The fight choreography in this movie is absolutely bonkers. There's so much like physical storytelling with what they're able to do, and it is kind of the first movie since The Raid that I feel like either equals or tops The Raid in just
Wow.
visceral thrills. Plus, it has a lot of nods to like classic kung fu cinema that I find makes this movie feel like it is kind of part of that classics conversation. It's really great. If you get a chance, check it out. I think it's rentable now, but you might be able to catch it in your local theater.
That sounds great. I'm gonna have to watch that one.
It's great.
I was having trouble because, like, other than The Odyssey, which doesn't need my help, I have been watching a lot of, let's call them 3-star movies lately. But I'm going to recommend
Well,
one
who
of
are
those.
the 3 stars? Like Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin?
Yep. I watched Three Amigos over
Okay.
and over
It was
again.
originally called The 3 Stars.
No, but so I am going to recommend a movie that, like, it's a silly recommendation, a qualified recommendation, but the local Alamo, which I have been avoiding for new movies, but I've been going to rep screenings still because usually people aren't taking their phones out there. This is the type of thing where, like, the people who go to those aren't rude film goers. I've been going to their Weird Wednesdays have been running through a bunch of, like, a beach party movie every month, and they've gotten to the point in the AIP beach party films where they have left the beach behind. They're still technically beach movies, but no longer
Beach
take
Quarry,
place.
Beach Factory.
Well, like the last month, which I didn't see, was called Sergeant Deadhead, and it was just like it was like an army comedy. And then the one that I did go see was, of course, Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine.
Oh, had you never seen that before?
I had seen it a long time before
Okay.
for some reason, but I was glad to revisit Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine. That's the song.
We're talking about good songs from
Starring
movies.
Vincent Price as the titular Goldfoot.
Yeah. if you want to see a movie where Vincent Price is not only hamming up, but he's doing like full comedy.
Unlike normal Vincent Price.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's like adding, like he's not just like stopping it. Like I'm doing a little camp here. He's like I'm doing a comedy performance.
He understands the level of a movie with Bikini Machine in the title. Yeah.
He is an evil scientific genius who has his Igor assistant, and he has built a bunch of sex bots to go out into the world to seduce rich men and have them sign over property to them, and then he can profit, essentially. And the main connection to the Beach Party movies is Frankie Avalon is the star, I guess, like even though Vincent Price is the real star as far as I'm concerned.
If Vincent Price is in the movie, he's the star. Yeah.
Yeah, but Avalon...
He's the star of Edward Scissorhands, and he's barely in that movie. Yeah.
I was never that charmed with him in the Beach Party movies that were on the beach, but in this one, I don't know, something like he showed a flair for like physical comedy. He does a good job as like kind of the square hero to Vincent Price's like a lot funnier, sort of just dripping with disdain, evil guy. And it's a silly 60s comedy. It's about a guy with a bikini machine. Yeah. So if that sounds like it's up your alley,
so you're saying it's ready for a gritty reboot.
Yeah. Well, don't expect, like temper your expectations. But if you like nutty stuff, pop culture junk from the past, you'll have fun watching it.
Dan, did you ever read the later League of Extraordinary Gentlemen hardcovers that Alan Moore and Kevin O'Neill put out? There's one where they're in South America, and there's a group of former Nazi scientists that are working in South America, and one of them is Dr. Goldfoot. And I just really enjoyed that he was included as one of these mad scientists.
Elliot, why don't you go?
I'm going to recommend a movie. So Dan talked to us about bikinis, and Stuart talked to us about violence. I'm going to talk about the opposite of those things. Because I watched a movie recently about a guy who stands for about peace and also, I guess, the laws of religion, and that is The Last Temptation of Christ. That's right, everybody. I have been going back and watching some Scorsese movies I had not seen before, and this is one I'd put off for a long time because I'd always heard it was boring.
Because you're Jewish.
Because I'm Jewish. I'm like, I don't care about this guy. This Jew caused all that trouble. No thanks. Made things a lot harder for us. Yeah, as if things were ever easy for us. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Let me tell you. So anyway.
Moving into Dracula zone again?
Yeah, well, it was going into Jackie Mason territory, but, Jackie Mason's kind of like the Dracula of comedy. So actually, Milton Berle would be the Dracula of comedy because he steals from so many other people. So, but this one, I should have remembered that Martin Scorsese has two super strong modes, and one of them is modern kind of like modern violence and modern turmoil, and the other is such a true devotion to the mystery of religious faith. And I love his movie Silence. I think it's a fantastic movie. And this one, I was really blown away by it. I thought it was really great. I didn't find it boring at all. I didn't find it. It's a slow paced movie, but in a way that makes sense when it's set in biblical times. Like it should not be fast paced. And something that I'd always heard as a criticism of it, that the performances feel very modern and their voices are very modern. You have Harvey Keitel playing Judas. You have Willem Dafoe playing Jesus. There were jokes I remember people making about like, oh, they just sound like normal modern people. And I really liked that about it. It made it feel like the characters were so much more alive. And it meant that in Willem Dafoe's performance especially, he's playing the Jesus of the Gospels who is so inconsistent, and that he's able to create this character who is inconsistent because he's kind of wondering what God wants him to be doing. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really just fantastic movie, and one of these movies that if I had any interest in being a Christian, this would have helped to pique that, because it helped to make that aspect of the Gospels feel relevant in a way and kind of modern in a way that made sense to me. And there's a great scene with Andre Gregory from My Dinner with Andre playing John the Baptist. That's really fantastic, and I thought it was a really beautiful movie and very stirring and very touching. So if you've been putting it off because you think it's gonna be boring, but you have an interest in it, check it out. I think it's really good. Last Temptation of Christ. Don't miss your last chance to see this temptation
before it goes to the Disney vault.
Hallie, what do you want to recommend?
Have you guys watched for the purposes of this podcast that Jennifer Lopez rom-com Office Romance?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We probably will.
Well, I recently took a very fun girls' trip with my friend.
Thanks for inviting me.
Part of, what did you say?
Thanks for inviting me.
Okay.
Would have been nice to feel included in your girls' trip.
Well, it was about girlhood. One of the things, we went to Nashville to see Tori Amos perform at the Ryman. But one of the things that we did every night was watch a bad rom-com, a newer bad rom-com. So we watched this Office Romance, and it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And I was like, how did this get made? And let alone, how did Jennifer Lopez?
We hate movies.
No,
Different
but
podcast.
why Jennifer Lopez doesn't have to do anything? She
has a blank
want to
check.
do.
She is rich.
So why did she want to do this? So I did a little bit of research. It's written by Brett Goldman, her love
Brett
interest.
Goldstein, yeah.
Oh, Goldstein. Excuse me.
They all look alike to Hallie.
Yeah.
All those Jews.
Goldstein.
Yeah.
But he wrote it especially for her, and he was like, if she doesn't want to do this, I'm not going to make it.
I need to find a way to kiss Jennifer Lopez.
But she apparently wanted to do it. So the premise is like, she's a pilot and she owns this airline and he is her lawyer. But she really liked that it upended conventional rom-com tropes because she is in like a high status position versus like when she's like the maid or the wedding planner.
Didn't you see that Nicole Kidman movie?
Well, what I was going to say was,
which
this
one?
was a terrible
The one
movie.
with the baby doll, was that it? The one where
Baby
she's
Girl?
Baby
But it's
Girl,
not
thank
a
you.
rom-com.
Depends on how you look at it.
But I was going to say,
There's
this
like
was not...
almost no calm.
It's like, okay. But this was not a good movie. But the movie The Proposal with Sandra Bullock
Is very similar. Yeah.
is very similar in premise. She is the high status boss to Ryan Reynolds, who I hate Ryan Reynolds in general, but I loved that
and
movie.
yet you love Mint Mobile.
So
Yeah. And Deadpool.
and a Wrexham.
yeah. So what I'm saying
So you're recommending The Proposal.
I'm recommending The Proposal.
I haven't. I actually have not seen The Proposal. I just know it's similar. Is it a funny movie?
I loved it. I did watch it on a plane, but I loved it.
I remember enjoying The Proposal.
Yeah.
That's not the one where he is in like a fat suit, right?
No, that's
No.
Just Friends, I believe.
Oh, okay. With what, Amy? Is it Amy? Smart?
Sedaris.
Is it Amy? I mean,
I would love to see an Amy Sedaris
Yes, I think that's correct.
rom-com. I would love that.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of the BoJack Horseman subplot when she's the cat who's dating the kid who is just like standing on another kid in like a
trench coat.
yeah. That could be a whole movie. That was very funny.
Yeah, it would get a little weird.
in live action, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, guys, we did it. That was our moment. And that was your moment to listen to us, the Flophouse. Thank you to Hallie for
I'm
being
not sure
here.
who you're talking to at the moment.
Talking to the listener at home, Although I'm also saying thank you to Hallie for being here and bringing joy. I was like, oh, good, I get to see Hallie today. And it lived up to my expectations.
So now that we're going around the table, what do you have to say to me?
Good to see you again, Stuart. I haven't seen you in a while, even though we live in the same, we live very close.
Yeah,
Live in the
we
same
very
apartment.
close.
Yeah.
Live
Same
together?
apartment. Yeah,
They put
sometimes
a
the
tape
tuna
down the
can.
middle.
Sometimes doing the show together, like
Anchovy can.
kind of gets in the
Anchovy.
way
I like
of us
the round bed.
Yeah,
spending more
Yeah.
time together because, we're like,
sick of
we
each
can always
other.
rely on the podcast,
Yeah. And you get in
Should
fights
make
on
some
the
time
podcast.
just for
And
us.
It's awkward to
Yeah.
spend time
Yeah.
together.
Elliot,
drop
I
down
haven't
a
seen
lot.
you in a while because you live across the country, which was
Yeah.
Well, I haven't
felt
seen
like it
Elliot
was
in
a
a
personal
while.
We live in
betrayal.
the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like you guys.
Yeah, we need a podcast to keep us
Dan
together.
and I keep talking about going out to LA, and Elliot's like, no, it's all
No.
fires here. It's
No.
all fires all the
Stay
time,
away.
or else we
My
come
bathroom
over.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
I have another bathroom. You can use
okay.
that bathroom.
Whoa! Don't say that on air. People are gonna
Moneybags
think you're
over here.
rich.
They're gonna think I'm rich.
Like when
for
people
having-
got upset that one of the doughboys had stairs outside his house.
Wait,
Outside
what?
the house.
Yeah, he has like a lot of stairs leading
Does he
up to
live
his
in
house,
Montreal?
I think. No, he lives in LA or something.
He could probably lives in Highland Park. He could live in Highland Park's got a lot of.
I mean, I've got like
hills.
2-3 stairs going up to my
Stop
front.
it! I told you.
Oh, must be nice.
It's just a brick stoop. Just a brick stoop,
Living that elevated lifestyle. Okay, well, anyway, thank you
I'm just a
to
couple inches higher up than most people.
thank you to our network, Maximum Fun. Go to MaximumFun.org to check out the other great shows on the network. You know what? Check out our newsletter, Flop Secrets. It's a great way to learn about everything new that's happening with the show. If you go to flophousepodcast.com, it's very easy to sign up, and you can hear about all the stuff that you probably already heard about in our plug section, but it gets mailed to you directly with a few extra jokes.
Well, Dan puts a lot of work into making it a fun, entertaining reading experience. You get answers to listener questions that you don't get on the podcast. Among other things, I would say sign up. Sign up. Dan puts a lot of work into it. Let's recognize that by signing up and reading it.
Make me feel like my work is worth something. That's what I want out of life right now.
Sign up and re-enlist today.
Thank you to Alex Smith, our producer. He goes by the name Howell Doughty. If you want to see him in person and you live in the Louisville, Kentucky area, you can come to our show. But for the Flophouse, I've been Dan McCoy.
I've been Stuart Wellington.
I'm Elliot Kalin, and we've been joined by
Hallie Haglund.
Bye.
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 Okay, I'd like to back up and ask an actual friend question. What's going on with your bathroom? What are you doing?
So the floor was rotting. We knew we were going to have to make a new one at some point. And that turned into a project of making it into a master bathroom as opposed to a bathroom off the hallway. And so it's just getting totally redone. So the guys came and they demoed it. And now they've put the new walls in and they've put the cement in so they can put the tiles down. It's coming along.
I love this blue collar Elliot we're getting here. He's like using terms like demo and all that stuff.
He's got a tape measure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every day I show up with a hammer in one hand. I go, what do I do, guys? How do I help you out?
You just start banging on things.
Yeah. He's like, when's quitting time?
Oh, man, I could go for a frosty one right now, huh?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it means that my house is very loud and full of dust, and I don't have my usual workspace. So instead, I've been working.
In the bathroom.
I've been working outside, and it's been very hot lately.
It really is very hot here, guys.
Oh, no, you're sorry. When I said workspace, I was referring to a separate space than my usual jerk space, which I still have, which is the corner of the garage farthest from the door.
You just face the corner?
Yeah, I call it Blair Witching.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you used like one of those like Japanese screens with hentai printed on it.
No, the good thing about this is like clearly Elliot's like, keeping his imagination alive. It's all fantasy based.
Exactly. I don't want to lose that part. I don't want to lose that.
Yeah.
That innocence.
Yeah. I don't want to have to deal with the fisherman's wife's dream. I want my dreams,
Well, we've greeted Hallie in the normal way.
Maximum Fun.
A worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows.
supported
directly
by you.